Hello, my name is Peter Busch-Jensen and I'm an assistant professor here at psychology at RUC, and I also wrote my PhD here at psychology. I'm generally interested and I'm also currently researching into a lot of different areas within psychology, but my main focus of interest and my main research area is work and organizational psychology. Well, basically, that's all about a lot of changes has been taking place the last 20-30 years, and we usually refer to them as something to do with new technologies and globalization, etc. Basically, all that sums up to that we are now engaged in a lot of new ways of management strategies, new ways of organizing work, new ways of communicating and collaborating, and all these sums up to a lot of new questions that we need to ask of how this affects the way we form communities, the norms and values that we share, how it affects our democracy and how we can perform and participate in our democracy, and a whole range of other interesting questions that I'm preoccupied with. Apart from that, I'm also very interested in examining the meaning and effects of new technologies. And of course, technologies are a lot of different things. When I'm referring to technologies, I'm also talking about pen and pencil and tables and chairs, and of course also of iPads and new learning technologies, YouTube and computers, etc. But all in all, how does these new technologies affect the way we live, affect the way we understand work, affect the way we organize our work life compared to our family life and private lives? And what challenges does all these developments pose to us? That's also really interesting questions that I'm also preoccupied with. And currently I'm involved in a more concrete projects about what we call welfare technologies, and how, for example, in our health system and educational system, we are now introducing a whole lot of new technologies, first of all to develop practice, but also to save money. And there's some very interesting and very important questions we need to pose regarding how that affects the way we see ourselves as professionals and how we can engage in our work, and what space it leaves for focusing on the task that we're supposed to solve instead of just collaboration and documentation and etc. Evaluation. And yeah, last but not least, for sure, I'm also very interested in technologies as really interesting potential for developing our forms of education here at RUC. I'm always trying with my colleagues to think about how we can make education and teaching better, and I think new technologies offers a lot of new possibilities, but at the same time we need to ask a lot of serious questions on when the old technologies are actually quite good and maybe good enough and even better than the new technologies. So how do we examine and develop the possibilities and potentials of the new technologies so we can best make education the best as we can here at RUC, but also how do we make sure that we are making the right choices in that regard? That is something I'm really preoccupied with as well. And generally that goes into my huge interest of an ambition to make this university afford the best education for students in the future. Thank you.